The gaming news cycle is constantly churning, and there are so many stories happening all the time that it's very easy to miss important events that occur throughout the week. So I thought I'd take a break from trying to beat the Lightfall campaign on legendary difficulty, FYI, these tormentor enemies can rot in hell with their cheap one-shot kill move, and feed you the biggest news that occurred during the last 7 days. So I'm Jamie Latour, and here are the biggest gaming news stories of the past week. Top story of the last week. Elden Ring has finally announced its big upcoming DLC expansion that we all knew was going to happen sooner or later, entitled Shadow of the Erd Tree. What's notable about this announcement is how they did it. It was just a single image in a tweet posted on a random Tuesday at 3 a.m. There was no big trailer, no live stream, no press conference. From Software just posted an image and said, you all have fun with that. And fun they did have, as the internet exploded with endless questions. Like, who is that writing Torrent? Is that Mikola? Does that mean that Mikola was originally Torrent's owner? What's going on with the Erd Tree? Is that the Erd Tree? Or is it actually 2 trees? What is seeping out of it? Is that Deathblight? Does this mean that the Age of the Duskborn ending is the true ending? Where are we? Where is this wheat field? Are we in the past? Are we in the future? What of patches? What, I ask you? Of course, these questions won't be answered for a long while, as the tweet does specifically state that the DLC is in development, which means it's not just ready to go right now. So have fun staring at this image for the next 12 months or so. I know I will. There was a Pokemon thing last Monday that showed off a whole bunch of new Pokemon stuff. There's gonna be a Pokemon stop-motion series that looks adorable. There were various announcements for Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite, the Pokemon trading card game. There's like a Pokemon puzzle game that involves food or something. Sure, why not? And they re-announced Pokemon Sleep, where you help a professor study Pokemon sleep patterns by sleeping with Pokemon. Not like that. No, God, go to DeviantArt if you want that. Apparently, the app will show you how you sleep, including what type of sleep you have. And there are rare sleep types too, including one-eyed sleep, which I always thought was just a saying, you know, like sleep with one eye open. And that's for when you have people after you and you're paranoid about it, which makes me wonder who this Totodile pissed off. Scarlet and Violet DLC was also announced that will reportedly include 230 past Pokemon. And my boy Trubbish better be included in that number or there's gonna be hell to pay. Oh hey, even more DLC news. As I mentioned up top, Destiny 2 released its latest expansion, Lightfall. And everyone hates it. Well, maybe not everyone, but it currently has a 30% mostly negative rating on Steam, and that number was at 28% at one point. Pretty much every part of Lightfall is being picked apart by longtime fans. From its new Strand subclass, which, despite giving you a grappling hook, isn't really that fun to use, to the lackluster level design of New Area and Neomuna, to the story campaign, which answers almost no questions, seems fairly low stakes for what should be a fairly high-stakes moment in the franchise, and is far too heavy on the Marvel-esque quips. On the plus side, it seems like most players aren't ragging on new character Nimbus for being non-binary. They're only ragging on him for being lame. I'm gonna call that progress. As a fair-weather Destiny player, I do think that this campaign is a few steps below the Witch Queen in terms of quality. But complaining about Destiny not answering questions seems like an unfair criticism. After all, this is Destiny we're talking about. They never answer anything. Hell, their characters don't even have time to explain why they don't have time to explain. The studio behind Forspoken, Luminous Studios, will be merged with Square Enix, which is a nice way of saying that you guys made a crap game, and from now on, your jobs will be to make sure that Cloud's hair looks good. It's been a rough time lately for Apex Legends. First, their mobile version got shut down, and now 200 workers from their QA/QV team were laid off without warning. And the workers received this announcement through a mandatory 8 a.m. Zoom call. They had to get up for 8 a.m. to get fired through a Zoom call. I gotta hand it to you, EA. I know you guys are evil, but That is some true EA level evil. Remember that Fable reboot that was announced forever ago? Well, apparently it's going to be a Witcher-like, whatever the hell that means, which fans of the series aren't too pleased about. But don't even worry about complaining about that, because the game is reportedly miles away from being finished, so you won't be playing it anytime soon. Seems like right now this game's existence is the only true Fable we have. Footage of Resident Evil 4 Remake has dropped. It looks really good. I will play it. However, the internet has an interesting opinion about Ramon Salazar's redesign. Now, if you haven't played Resident Evil 4 in a while, Ramon Salazar was the little guy that looked like a zombie Napoleon. Well, after his graphical makeover, the internet now thinks he looks more like Margaret Thatcher, which, hey, if you want your character to look like the face of evil, that's a pretty solid choice. If anything, this will be a much more accurate depiction of her than the Iron Lady was. And finally, as of right now, there is a Humble Bundle going on that is available to purchase from the Humble Bundle website that will provide relief to those affected by the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. This bundle has a lot of good games in it, like XCOM 2 and Ghost Runner, along with various digital comics and books, including 10 volumes of Saga. Of course, buying this bundle also means that you'll have a copy of Gotham Knights clogging up your Steam library, but this is for a very good cause, so that's a sacrifice worth making. So go check it out. For more gaming news, check out thegamer.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.